Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about how to be happy during pregnancy. Because that's a major question that has hit me during my pregnancy and it still is going on. So I'm going to talk about how I deal with it. So starting off with a very regular phrase or sentence that I hear from everybody, which is be happy during pregnancy. Yes. So this is a statement I hear from anybody and everybody that I meet during my pregnancy phase. And before that, I haven't heard from anybody saying to me that, okay, you be happy for your wellness. Nobody has said that to me. Only during pregnancy, I started hearing from everybody, okay, you be happy, be happy. It has become more of a formal sentence like hi, hello, a formal greeting kind of thing. Yeah, be happy during pregnancy. Of course, nobody had told me how to be happy. They've just told me, okay, be happy during pregnancy. So I initially ignored the statement of people saying this to me. I just left it, okay, fine. They're saying this like hi, hello, and all that. Later on, when I hear it repeatedly, deep down, I felt something bad about it. Yes, I mean, when I go through mixed emotions other than happiness during my pregnancy, I felt, okay, am I the only person going through this phase? Is everybody else happy during pregnancy other than me? So that question raised in me very deeply. I couldn't ignore that particular thing. So I started, it even went to an extent of me thinking that, okay, am I the only person who is not happy during pregnancy? Because just being pregnant doesn't make me happy. So I was thinking, okay, am I the only person who's going through this? Then I started to debunk the statement of why people are saying this to me. First of all, that is the first thing. Yes, the answer is very simple. Yes, they're saying this because you have someone else inside you and you're responsible for it and your emotions might affect the kid. So that's the first thing. And second question is that why are they saying this only during pregnancy? Why aren't they saying this during other times? So that was one big question for me. Then I started thinking, okay, can I be happy just because I'm pregnant? No, definitely no. So that's the answer that I got. I cannot be happy just because I'm pregnant. Being happy is a lifestyle. Yes, being happy to me is being healthy, both mentally and physically. Because if you're physically fit, then a lot of other stress gets out of you. It can keep your mental wellness better. And for mental wellness, it's a lot of things together put in. I can become depressed for very silly things too. So for that, I have to figure out what makes me sad. So and one more thing I just wanted to highlight here is that being happy is not about smiling all the time. That cannot happen to anybody in real. So it's about all the emotions that we go through. So in order to be happy, I felt I have to go through all the emotions that are there to understand what is healthy for me. So being healthy is what I mean being happy here. How to be happy, or am I the only person who's not happy, or what makes me happier are the questions that will occur to anybody in their life at any point. And during pregnancy, it will definitely hit you because of a lot of reasons. One is your body, which you go through a lot of changes at this point, and you cannot do the things that you were doing before. So that kinds of put you in stress. And your surroundings, the restrictions that are put against you during this times, and the restriction that you keep it for yourself. So everything will make you think, am I happy? So it's very important. The question is not a problem. You can go through varied emotions. Like I said, I went through a lot of emotions. So I cannot restrict the emotions that are coming to me, thinking that it shouldn't come to me at all. I just have to be happy. So I cannot ignore that if something hits me badly where I have to talk or I have to get angry about it. I cannot just go smile at it and come just because I'm pregnant. That cannot happen in a real life. So what you have to do is, yes, you would definitely go through those things, but it's how you deal with it. What steps that you take to avoid certain things and put certain things in a way so that it could make you happy, or make you feel better That's what I would say, or make you feel healthy about it. So those are the things that are very important during pregnancy. So you have to go and debunk such things. So here I have a list of 5 things that I felt helped me during this phase and are still helping me, and I'm just adding points to it. So I'm just putting forward just 5 points. I'm just reading through my notebook. I've written down the points. So first thing is that put yourself before your child, because that's what I did. Putting myself before my child. Because a lot of women that I meet, pregnant women or one who's delivered, who's a mother, forget that they have a life too. Because that's very important. They completely depend on the children. So this has become a very comfortable state for them. I would not say this as a sacrifice or something that they're doing without even thinking of themselves. Selflessly, they're not doing this. This has put them in a comfortable zone, not doing anything for themselves and doing it for the kid. Do you know what? Nourishing yourself is very important before you nourish your kid. Because when you feel contented about yourself, only then you could give something to someone else. Otherwise, that's not going to happen. So nourish yourself first, and then you can easily nourish your children who's dependent on you. So that's the most important thing. Put yourself first before your kid. The next point is do not sacrifice. Yes, many women say that they've sacrificed their life for the children, for the family and all that. Please do not sacrifice. I do not mean here to say that you shouldn't compromise on anything to do something for somebody else. But even though if you compromise on something else, it should be like you should be 100% convinced about that. If you're not convinced about it, do not do it. That is going to pile up in your heart. It is going to build a lot of rage or kind of annoyance or irritation towards your own life. So that's not healthy at all. Say for example, after I got to know that I'm pregnant, I gave up on my night outs and my drinking habits and all that I gave up. So this, I did not feel like it's a sacrifice, because this is needed one. If I do that, my kid would be affected. I shouldn't harm somebody who's dependent on me. So in that case, I cannot say that's a sacrifice. Yes, I'm 100% convinced of not doing that. So I did not do it. So I cannot go and tell to my kid that I sacrificed so much things for you just because for your goodness. That's not right. And if you're not convinced of doing that, argue until you get convinced. Because if you convince at one point, also it means that, okay, fine, there's something else that's more than what you think. So until then, do not give up. That's important. So do not sacrifice is a great mantra for this happiness. And the third point is, yes, avoiding the myth that's surrounding you. This is most important thing, because pregnancy phase, like there'll be a lot of myths that would be surrounding you. Few things, yes, you would be very clear about it, like for example this drinking habits and smoking and all that, you would know if you do it, it's going to harm your kid. So those are known factors that will not stress you out as much as the myths, which would be unclear. For example, there will be a lot of things that will be very unclear to you. You will not know whether that's right or wrong to do during pregnancy. And if you happen to face anything like that, just go clear it out. Do not depend on your internet. For example, the two greatest myths I busted out during this period was that one is having sex and one more is going to the beauty parlor. Because these are the two things that I've been doing regularly or normally before pregnancy. And during pregnancy, when there is some constraint or restriction on that, it kind of puts me into stress. It's not that just I couldn't have that, it's because like I'm unclear about it. That a state of unclearness or confusion would put you in a lot of stress. So just go clear that out. Do not shy away from talking with your doctor. Just go talk with them, so they'll be the better person to guide you. So for my case, I can say if you are going through a normal pregnancy, if you're not going through any complications, then you can happily have your sex life after from your second trimester. Of course, in your first trimester, you're not allowed to do. And beauty parlor, that's a greatest myth. That is about you can do anything that does not involve chemicals in it. Like you can go do your eyebrows and waxing, so pedicure, all of that you can do. It's not going to harm you in any way. But do not put all these things in your mind and just by listening to people without reason. If anybody is saying this to you, you can of course listen to them, but you have to get a clear explanation from them why you shouldn't do that. If they're not ready to give that explanation, or if they themselves doesn't know the reason behind that, do not believe in them. Just go check in the proper source, and please do not rely on the internet. So this is one major thing that can relieve you from a lot of stress. And the fourth point is a very major point for me, which is like avoiding silly emotions. Yes, this not only helps you during your pregnancy, but it will also help you during every stage of your life. Because having silly emotions is not going to be healthy in any way. What I mean by silly emotions here are the anger. Anger is fine, but illogical anger. And sometimes you would be angry on somebody without reasons. So that's not a healthy anger. And getting envy about somebody else, being jealous, and such things shouldn't exist. And especially during pregnancy, it will definitely affect your kid. You can deal this with any way, because you cannot stop these emotions. These will come to you only when you will realize, okay, something has happened to me. I felt something jealous about somebody else. Only after you get to know yourself, you'll know you have got these emotions. So you just can't ignore that or cut that off straight away, okay, thinking, okay, I shouldn't be thinking this way. I should be happy at this period. That cannot happen. So what you have to do is you have to think why you got that emotion first place, like why you're jealous of somebody else, what made you jealous. So then you have to think of, okay, fine, these are the things if I do to myself, or if I live a life of my own, I would not have this feeling. So that way I can easily cut that down. But it's not as easy as how I'm saying it right now, because I've experienced it a lot. I've experienced it throughout every day. Every day is not a right word. Every day I don't feel that. And I feel it, yes, of course I do feel it often. And one thing that helps me during this, and to tackle this, is that to vent out my emotions. Yes, that helps me a lot. I let it out, everything. And I'm a very open person in doing confessions. So sometimes if the person is fine, close to me, or if I can talk to them properly, then I just go confess to them, get rid of my emotions, and then I feel normal about it. Then I can talk to them very happily, very normally. I won't have any fuss about it. Otherwise, if I couldn't directly go and talk to that person, I would do the confession to my husband, Pranesh, or my brother, Adarsh. So those are the two persons that I trust on all the time, and I just go vent it out to them. So I don't care what they feel about me. Sometimes, yes, they do feel you're such a badass, and sometimes, yes, they feel, okay, it happens to everybody. I don't seriously care what they think of that, because I trust them very much. So it's not going to affect our relationship in any way. So I just vent it out. So once I've said that to them, then that kind of relieves from me the stress. Because I feel, yes, I've shown my bad face to them. There's nothing that I can hide back. So there's nothing bad about, there's nothing more bad in this. So in that case, okay, fine, I've let out all the bad emotions that I've got. Then now it will be like, okay, fine, what can I do to improve myself? So that thought will come to me. That is one thing that I do all the time. So you can even try this out, or you can have your own ways to avoid this. But avoiding silly emotions is very important for a healthy lifestyle. And the last thing I would like to say is be active and do not pamper yourself. That's very important. During your pregnancy, everybody around you are going to pamper you. They're not going to let you do anything. This does not happen for everybody, but at least then before. You would get a lot of pampering from everybody around you, from your parents, in-laws, your husband, brother, from everyone. just because that you are pregnant. But do not exploit that. That's very important, because sometimes, yes, I understand few things you cannot do it on your own, so you can rely on help for that. But otherwise, if you feel if you could do that thing by yourself, do not ask for help. Do it yourself, take responsibility. So that's very important. And one more thing is, like, do the activities that you have been doing all through your life before that. Do not stop that, or going to work or going to some classes or lessons, taking lessons. Do not stop it. Just go, be normal, do it. Unless you have some complications in your pregnancy as advised by your doctor, then you can restrict these things from your daily routine. But otherwise, if it's a very normal pregnancy, you're allowed to do anything. So I even had a chat with my grandma and asked her how did they deal with this pregnancy, pampering and all that during those days. And she was like, we never had it. It was a very natural process for us, and we worked till the last day we delivered a baby. And we did all sort of works, and you can imagine how difficult the household chores were during that time. So they did not have any automatic machines like how we do now. So we're both in a very comfortable position right now, and exploiting even this is not good. So these are the 5 things I'd like to tell. So maybe I can put it again. First point is like put yourself first before your kid, and second is do not sacrifice. Third is like avoid the myths that surrounding you, and fourth is avoid the silly emotions, and fifth it would be like be active and do not pamper yourself. So these 5 things help me a lot to overcome certain things and understand who I am, because I've put all my emotions out during this period and understood what is healthy and what is unhealthy. Because to know what is healthy, you should know what is unhealthy. In order to know that, you have to go through. Going through and not understanding will put you in a lot of depression. So go through and understand each and every emotion for a better living. It's not only for pregnancy, and this I hope this will help you during other phase of your life as well. Do post your comments. Just let me know whatever you feel like about this this video, and whatever things that if I had missed anything, if you feel that also could help your happy quotient during the pregnancy, just let me know. We'll discuss about it. See you in next video. Bye bye.